Hello, hello everybody. I am Michelle with Stampin' Butterfly. Thank you so much for joining me tonight for another edition of Make It Monthly. So each month on the third Thursday we get together and I teach you some card making techniques. So tonight I will be featuring some celebration items. If you haven't shopped this month or last, celebration is ending in 2.5 weeks, or no, actually probably about 2 weeks. So it ends at the end of August, and it's a chance to earn free products with every $50 and $100 that you spend. Lots of great products in here. And then we also have a join special. So you can join for $99 and earn a free planner plus $125 product. Lots of goodies going on in there as well. So let's flip you down real quick. Wanted to give you a quick update. So for celebration, we had our initial catalog. Couple things have sold out, so I'll give you a quick update before we get into our card making. As of today, I believe the seafoam cards and envelopes are sold out, and the Christmas tree light dies, where are they? And these guys, these have already sold out. I'm not sure what will still stay in stock till the end of next week, but make sure you shop if you're interested. The other thing they've done is they've added some additional items. So they've added some items from the catalog that you can earn for free, and they have their own item numbers. So these are different than what's in the catalog. So make sure you check those out. And then, you know, we have lots of information about the planner and joining my team, which is lots of fun. The other thing that you can earn during celebration is the perfect pomegranate. So it's a free stamp set you earn when you host a party or you spend over $300. And it may not look like super exciting in there, but it is actually a very pretty stamp set. So I've got a couple cards to share with you that I've made using this stamp set. In this one, I've also used that, that corner die that we have. Split texture, I think is what it's called. And then some of the free celebration paper from Rings of Love. So lots of great items. If you haven't checked it out yet, or if you have questions, please contact me. I'd be happy to help you because time is running out on these guys. So let me pop over, and if you are here, drop me a hello. Hi, Hannah. I'm glad you can join me tonight. Let's see. Okay, so I've got my comments in the right place. I think I'm on the right page, so that's a plus. Okay, let's take a quick look at the cards we'll be making tonight, or something similar, because you know I like to change things up. So we'll be doing a little bit of paper tearing. So I'm going to teach you how to do a little bit of paper tearing, rolling that. Then we'll do some paper tearing with masking tape, with the masking paper we have, and then do a little blending brush coloring for that guy. And then our next card is a quick and easy card where you just let the beautiful paper speak for itself. Sorry, it's pretty reflective. We're going to use the foil. We're going to do a similar layout, but with different colors and things. So we'll make a different card than this one, but using the same Splendid Day suite. So let's go ahead and get started. Maybe we'll do this guy first. Always got to try to decide. So let's get some supplies out. So the paper that I'm using for this card is featured in the Rings of Love free designer paper that you can earn during celebration. So let's take a quick look at the paper. And this one, I used that flower pattern, but I think we're going to go ahead and use the birds. You'll see those guys in a second. All right. So these are all the paper. So we're going to use this one. Sorry, they're a little crooked. But that, and then this is really pretty too for some Christmas cards. So this is the paper you can earn for free with a $50 order. And this is the sample that I used for my card, but like I said, we're going to go ahead and change it up a little bit so we can have some variety going on. Let me get my goodies out. On this one, I used some opal pearls, but I grabbed these opal rounds with the in colors. I think they might work pretty well. So we're going to keep those handy. Hopefully not too reflective. And we'll get our cardstock. So I cut a standard card base. I did a little bit of trimming in advance to save us a little bit of time. So I think these are all the supplies we'll need for this card. Now the sentiment I'm using is Happy Birthday, and it is from Happiness Abounds with the Hues of Happiness suite. And I really love the font in this one. It's one of my go-to stamp sets when I need some sentiments. and the flowers are really pretty in the coordinating paper. But we're just going to use the sentiment for this guy. Our card base is Night of Navy, so we're going to use coordinating ink with Night of Navy. And let's grab my bone folder. So my standard card base is 5.5 by 8.5, just scored in the middle. And then we have a 5 1/4 by 4 for the top layer. Then we'll do a little bit of stamping. So this one I trimmed a little bit shorter than I did on here, so hopefully it fits. We shall see. If I curl it back too far, we might have to trim a little extra paper. But I was trying to get more pieces out of that. So what you want to do when you're tearing, you're going to kind of decide how far up you want to go. So I usually tear back and then forward to get started. And you can make it as zigzaggy as you like. So you're just going to tear it and as far in as you want. Let's see, I don't want to go past our paper, so we want to make sure. Probably there. Let's see. That looks pretty good. And then we'll go tear it back and then forward. And then we'll tear from there. We want to leave enough room to put my sentiment at the bottom. If it doesn't fit, we can always put it at the top so we can move stuff around and do what we need to. All right, so to break apart the paper and make it a little easier, it's always nice to use your bone folder. And we probably could have done this first on the card stock too, make it a little easier to tear. So we're going to curl it. And then we're going to use our pencil. So I'm just going to curl it with the pencil. Use that to kind of wrap around it and give it like a first pass to curl my paper. All right, let me know if you guys have any questions along the way. And I probably should have torn it a little taller up here so you could see a little more paper. So hopefully you'll be able to see some of the birds in there, but we'll see. Okay, we're going to recurl that in a little bit, but I just want to give it a first pass. And then we're going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment. And remember, our ink pads are kind of juicy, so you just want to gently tap. You don't want to get ink on everything. Sometimes I move it around depending on which part of my ink pad is juiciest. And then I'm going to fold that down. Ooh, it's rolling. And we're going to drop that sentiment down here. There we go. Oh, good. For a minute, I thought I forgot my little chamois to clean my ink pad, my stamps. Okay, so let's close that one up so we don't get ink everywhere. Now you can also add a white, I didn't cut out a separate white piece, but you'd also want to cut a piece like that to go inside because your card is pretty dark, or you could use a white marker or silver pen to write your sentiment in there and your greetings. So we're going to try to line it up. Actually, move that. We're going to guesstimate where we want it to be. Oh, good. At least one bird will be in my page. Let's see. I think that is about good. So we're going to go ahead and grab a little bit of liquid glue because it gives us some wiggle room in case it doesn't line up when we put the final piece on. Actually, let's go ahead and do this first so that my glue stays a little wet. So we're going to finish curling this guy. Uh-oh, do I have inky fingers? I might have gotten navy on there. That is a juicy ink pad. Okay, so we're going to grab our tape runner and drop a little tape right there. Might have to start re-rolling it a little. Keep it going, keep it going. And then kind of press it flat. Okay, good. So that's kind of the way we want it. Now we'll go back here. Hopefully I remember where I was setting my designer paper. So let's just do that really loosely. Kind of estimate. See if that looks like it's lined up pretty well. I think I'll scoot it up just a little bit more. And I made my piece, it's like about 2 1/4 by maybe 4. You can make it bigger so you've got more wiggle room. I think that needs to go over a little more. So we'll just scoot that over there. Test it one more time. I could have drawn it out and been more precise, but I'm just kind of playing with it. So I think that looks good. Then we'll put a little bit of glue on here. Uh-oh. And I just thought to myself, I should use my silicone mat. I shouldn't be gluing on my desk. And, all right, well, hopefully we're not making that too sticky. Hi, Bob. Thanks for joining me. All right. If you are out there, please drop me a hello because I can't see who joins. So a little hello in the comments works awesome. All right. So there we go. Oh, okay, at least one bird fits in there. We've got the two different cards, both happy birthday. Now I think the yellow, because the bird has some yellow, I think the yellow pearls would look good on this one. So we'll change it up a little bit. And see, we'll take one of the small ones, stick that there. Maybe a big one and another small one. There we go. Perfect. Those match pretty nice actually. Okay, so let's move that out of the way. There is card number 1. It kind of gives you a really quick and easy, fun look where you can showcase some of your designer paper. Like I said, you could have made it bigger, which I may do on my next card, you know, so you see a little bit more of the paper. But it gives you some little fun cards. Oh, I could have, let's see, what did Hannah say? You could have glued it white cardstock first. Yeah, I probably could have. I could have glued it to there. That would have been a better plan. See, look, learn new things as we go. Awesome. Thanks, Hannah. That's a great idea. All right, so let's do a quick card. This is just a quick and easy where you just let your designer paper speak for itself. So this foil paper, I love the Splendid Day Suite. I have some samples too to show you that I've made with other with products from the suite. So the stamp set is here. And it has, let's celebrate much love in your new life together, which is what I used here. So it'd be a nice wedding card. Sending hugs, today is a day to remember. And it's the orange rubber. And I have some extra pieces that I die cut and stuff that I kept in there. And the dies are really kind of cool. They have lots of line art. So they give you these fun little whimsical pieces that you can put behind things. So you can slide them behind your sentiments and things like that. And then there's a die to cut out the little bumblebee. So we are not actually going to use those. We're just going to do a quick and easy card. And this is a suite from the mini catalog. So let's take a quick look so you can see what's in here. Let's see. So there's some coordinating trinket leaves, which we used on this card. And then there's some seafoam ribbon that's really pretty. And then I just love the colors in this paper. And there's some really pretty samples as well. So that is on page 64 of your catalog, or you can find it online too. So let's see. Let's take a look at what we are going to use. I'm going to pull out some supplies now. My sample cards. All right. So like I said, I did some pre-cutting on this one. And actually, I should pull out the paper real quick. Let me show you that, because you can't tell in the catalog as well. And I had trouble trying to pick which paper to use next. So the card that I showed you as my sample comes from this one big sheet. And all I did was just trim like a little square off to go on the front of my card. And I gave it a 7/8 inch border in white, because it matched kind of the layering there. But let's pull out all the paper in here so you guys can see. So this is like a seafoam metallic. It's really pretty. So each side has a metallic and then just a regular standard color, watercolor side. So this one is that same coppery color. Sorry, it's kind of reflective, guys. And there's a silver version and the copper. There's 2 of each, by the way. So trying to pull them all out so you can see them. So this is a silver one. You got some bumblebees on here. And again, you can cut that as a card front. I should have organized these a little better. And then this is the one we're going to use on our next card. So here's the backs of those. So again, really subtle and pretty. So let's see, do we have 6 pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there might be one more in here. Let's see if I missed one. Might have used it. Oh, it's this guy. That's what it is. Yep. So you've seen all the pieces of the paper. All right. So we are going to use Fresh Freesia. That is one of the colors on here. And we've got a contour die. And then we're going to use this metallic piece right here. And again, so it's the same kind of card, you can see. I'm just doing a 7/8 border in white again with the foil, and I just cut my square a little bit, or my rectangle just a little bit different. So it's going to give us a different look, and we'll use a different tag, different sentiment. Now I find on the foil, if you use your liquid, which I like the best, sometimes it'll leave lines. If you put the glue on this side, it'll leave lines on that. So we are going to use the tape runner for this to glue it together. And my dimensions are 3 1/4 by 4 for this piece of foil. And then I did 1/8 of an inch bigger for the one underneath for this white piece. So we are just, oh, the only thing is, this is why I like my glue, because it glues down and this tape takes it really quick. So you want to make sure you're lined up really good. Okay, that might be as good as we're going to get it, so we don't destroy it. Okay, it might be slightly crooked, sorry guys. Actually, no, it's okay. Whew, that was close. We'll just have to hide that smudgy part. Okay, so let's do a little die cutting. I've got my little mini machine here. And we're going to cut out our sentiment. So sometimes it's hard to line up your die after you, especially with this one being so much really close together on size. So it might be easier in this case to go ahead and stamp first, and then we can die cut out. Sometimes I'll die cut the pieces first and then go ahead and stamp on them. But I think this one will stamp first. All right, clean that off. And we're just using our matching ink color. So it's Freesia cardstock and ink pad. All right, let's get the little guy out. Do a little die cutting. So the plates tell you what to do. Plate number 1 is for die cutting, and you make a sandwich with the 2 clear plates. So we'll put one on here, line this up, and I'm going to want some washi to hold it in place. So hopefully it's not too sticky. I usually try to put the washi on my pants to make it a little fuzzy so they don't get too crazy sticky. All right, and then we're just going to run it through our machine. And there we go. Let's see if I took enough of the stick off of this guy so it doesn't tear my paper. Some of this washi tape can be pretty sticky. Whew, okay, good deal. Move that out of the way. All right, how cute is that? I like that little scalloped look to that. All right, so we could pop this with dimensionals if we want, but I think I'm just gonna go flat with that. And I got the tape guy on, he goes pretty fast, so we'll just stick with that again instead of pulling the liquid glue out. And now this card we did different direction. So this is the long ways card, so it's 4 1/4 by 11, scored in the middle. And then we'll just do some dimensionals. Got those handy dandy. So like I said, this paper is just so gorgeous and it makes such quick and easy cards. It does all the work for you. Just trim it up to whatever size you want. You could use the stitched dies we have. You can use scalloped. Make your shape any size you want. Since I kind of wrecked my paper there, that's about where we're going to put our sentiment. There we go. Cover up my spot. And then we could put some ribbon on there. Like this one we did the twine. I have these really fun gems from the holiday catalog. They're adhesive back sequins and gems. And they're in Freesia, so I thought maybe we'd scatter some of these instead. Let's see. These are kind of hidden in the catalog. You almost don't see them. Let's see if we can just pick up maybe a sequin there. Sequin here. And you should do odd numbers. So where do we want to put this one down there? How's that look? It gives it some more bling bling. All right. Totally love these. Now this is a gem. So these are 2 sequins, so they have sticky already on them. And then these are more like a hard gem that are kind of a funky shape. And those probably would have been pretty cool too to use. So let's take a look at a couple additional cards using this suite. So I put this one together. This is one that I made during our Creativity Now. We had an event and I didn't like the way one of the cards was, so I changed it up. So I went ahead and I heat embossed the image in white, and then I used the sponge, the blending brushes to give it some extra color. Heat embossed the sentiment, and then I just colored up some white. It was easier to die cut a bunch of, so I colored some of these with markers that were white to begin with. And then there's some bees that are kind of hidden there, and some matte dots. Then here's another one that we made our own designer paper, stamping the image in the back, and then just die cutting some fun shapes of the pretty foil papers. This one uses our brick embossing folder with a little bit of white, and did some stamping, and the die cuts cut out the images here. Or you can, do your own stamping and just use them as background. And then this one uses some of that ribbon from the suite, and so does this one. And then we just use some blend markers to kind of color that background. So those are some cards from this suite. All right, we have one card left. So now this one, I'm using the new free paper that you can earn in the Celebration catalog. Let's take a quick look at that. Let's see, where did I put the catalog? It moved. Here it is. Okay, sheesh. I think I tabbed the page for us. So here's the Rings of Love paper that we used tonight for the first card, where we did the little rolling back. And then here is the foil paper. So it has gold and silver. It's white on one side, so it's only one side has the pretty paper. And it's either lines or dots, and they're in gold and silver each. So there's 24 pages of 6x6 in that pack that you can earn for free when shopping in the catalog. So we're going to need a little bit of paper. Let's see, what else are we using in here? So we are using the masking paper. And what I did, I'll show you, I already have it kind of torn up, but I tore some of it. And this is a little bit stickier than you would think. It's stickier than a post office. I mean, than a Post-it. So a lot of times I'll just tap them on my pant leg, on my jeans, to get a little bit of fuzzies on there, so they're not super sticky. And I did a little bit of pre-cutting for us. Let's see, what else do we have? I tied the ribbon, saving us a little more time. Okay, so the colors we are using for this card are Orchid Oasis and Granny Apple Green. I debated on the Parakeet Party, sticking with the end colors, but I thought it'd just be fun to change it up a little bit. So this one will keep the same. I did a skinny path. I think I'm going to make it a little bit bigger on there for this card. So again, we just have our standard card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored in the middle, and let's set that over there. And this is 5.25 by 4. All right, now, oh, the other thing I wanted to show you is, so these tags and the little mitten are from the mini catalog. Let me show you those real quick. It's one of those things I kind of overlooked, but Hannah pointed out to me, and then I had to have it. So page 67 of your catalog shows you that there's some fun stamps. So you've got the mitten, Happy Birthday, Made with Love, Merry Christmas. So you've got some fun. Be Jolly XO, so you can make some tags, you can die cut them, make shaker cards. And then the dies on this are pretty neat. So here's your stamp set, and they come as a bundle, so when you buy them as a bundle you save 10%. So there's a bundle price. If you only want the stamps, you can buy them individually or the dies, but I usually like to buy the set together. So here are what the dies look like. So this tag right here, it cuts one big piece and it folds in half, and all I did was cut that in half. So card 1 has this piece and card 2 has that. I could have left it together and made like a little sandwich and it could have popped open, but I decided to do it the other way. And then this is like a little gift card holder actually. So this one die cuts and it folds in half and the edges come in. So you could even slide gift card in there. Or money, you can use it like a little money gift card pouch. And then there's just some fun banners and things in here that coordinate. So we are going to use the mitten pieces for our card. And I debated red because everybody seems to use red mittens, but I thought it'd be more fun to make it more seasonal. You could use, I didn't put a sentiment on it, you can make it seasoned greetings, you know, because it's kind of got green and blue versus the standard red Merry Christmas. or it could be a birthday or thank you too. And then what I decided to do is change it up a little. So probably can't tell on the camera, but this original card is in gold and this one's silver. So I thought we'd just change up the dots a little. Let's go ahead and stamp. See, this is really sticky. Let me move these guys out of the way. Let's stamp our mitten. We're going to need to die cut that out. So this, I already pulled it out of our thing. So got coordinating dies. Or if you don't have the dies, you can always fussy cut them. But I prefer to use the dies. All right. Just ink it up, stamp down. Clean off this guy so I don't get ink everywhere. And then we'll close this up for a few minutes. All right, let's pull our little die cut machine back out. And like I said, to save time, I already die cut the tag because I had the first part of it. Again, we had some washi. Let's see, where did I put it? I borrowed it on a card, didn't I? Here it is. It's all stuck together. All right. If you're really good, you can, you know, just keep it there, but mine seems to shift sometimes, so try to line it up and tape it on there. Okay, we'll run our little sandwich through. Let's see how that came out. Hopefully it's lined up pretty close. Definitely closer than if I cut it with scissors, so that's always good. All right, see if it wants to cooperate. There we are. Gently pull them off. Try not to rip my paper. There we go. All right, so now we have our mitten, we have our tags, card base. So let's do some coloring. So what I did was I just took a sheet of the masking paper and I did some tearing similar to that first card, or yeah, the first card we made. And I just tore the paper and then I trimmed the edge because it's like that 4x6 page. And then we'll just decide. You can use your grid paper to help you line things up too. So if you want it to be kind of straight, although it is zigzaggy. So let's see. I think we'll go with that. And we want to make the opening bigger. So let's try maybe this. That looks pretty good. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and do a little inking. So I have my blending brushes and I usually do them by color. So this one's purple, this one's green. You can rinse them out, but generally I don't. All right, let's do the purple first. So you want to ink it up a little and then start off your paper and then inside. That way you don't get too much ink when you first blop it down. And then we can decide which side I want to be the top and the bottom. So, and you can make it as dark or as light as you want. So we're just going to do a little overlapping. Set that there. Now we'll do the green. And let's see. Sometimes I find it easier to turn it sideways. And then you'll just kind of keep circling it. And you can add as many layers as you want to make it darker. I think I want the edges to be kind of dark, so they'll be distinctive. And then you can overlap your colors a little too. So maybe one more round. And a little bit more of this guy. Just around the edge. Maybe overlap in the middle. Okay. So it doesn't seem like a lot of color, but I think when we pull off the tape, you'll see that there's more on there than you realize. All right, let's move these guys out of the way. gently peel our tape off. And you can keep reusing this, so once you get your first round of wiggly tape, you can just save it. Yeah, you can see the dark color really good. That's cool. All right, I thought I made a wider line, but I don't know, is it much wider than the last one? Let's see. Oh yeah, it's a little bit bigger. Okie dokie. So you can see the difference in the cards. This one I went a little bit lighter, this one I went a little darker. We are just going to add a little bit of glue. So let's go ahead and glue these together. And what's nice about this paper is there's so many different things you can do with it, but it's just a fun way to decorate your card, and it's not too hard to do, so it gives you a fun look that's quick and easy. All right, let's throw some dimensionals on the mitten and pop that up on the tag. And then I think we'll do that. We don't want the card to be too big, so I'm going to go ahead and just glue the tag flat. You could have popped that one up too, but the more you make it lumpy for the mailman, the more he wants to charge you. So, and then here's our little bow. It has the Orchid Oasis metallic ribbon from the annual catalog. I love the metallic ribbon. And then I'm just going to roll a glue dot and stick it in the hole. I could have run it through and tied it off on the top, but I just thought it looked cute if we put it in here. All right, and then there you go. So another fun way to do some paper tearing, give your cards a different look. So you can see I did the reverse on those too. All right, anybody have any questions? Let me know. Let's see, I'll pull the cards back out so we can take another look. And tell me which one is your favorite card. So I guess this is the one we made, that one. And tonight we made the bird. All right, so if you have a favorite card, let me know. Again, if you are interested in anything for celebration, make sure you get your orders in. Let's see, I'm gonna flip you guys back. So make sure if you have questions about celebration, reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you if you need help putting in an order, or if you just are trying to figure out what you want to order to make some cards. So I am here for you. Oh, Hannah likes the mitten. I'm glad you do. I think that one was cute too. Anyway, so let's see, where were we? So we are, celebration is ending soon, so make sure you take advantage of that. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and my Facebook page so you will stay up to date on current events and things as I post them. Bob likes the purple card, so that's this guy, I'm assuming. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for your vote. And I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will talk with you soon. Bye-bye.